Good day, everyone. We are the next reporter. Our topic is all about ethics for nature. So, what is ethics for nature? Ethics for nature is also known as environmental ethics. It's a branch of philosophy that studies about the moral relationship between humans and environment. It's also called examines that value of the environment and its non-human tragedy of the commons. So, refers to a situation which is individuals with access to the public resources, also called common act in their own interest, and doing so ultimately deplete and resource. This economic theory was conceptualized in 1833 by British writer William Forster Lloyd. In 1968, the term of tragedy of the common was used to the first time by Garrett Hardin in Science magazine. So, tragedy of the common is a concept that describes how people will overuse unshared resources if they are not regulated. This also can lead to environment degradation and depletion. So next, five tragedy of the common examples. So number one, coffee consumption. Coffee consumption, though extremely harmless, is a notable example of tragedy of the commons. According to the Statista, about 73% of consumers drink coffee daily and 4 weekly. Overconsumption has led to the habitat loss and treatments of 60% of coffee plant species including Arabica and commonly brewed variety. So, coffee consumption is an example of the tragedy of the commons because it involves individual acting in their self-interest at the expense of shared resource which is can lead to environment overconsumption. The high demand for coffee has led to the habitat loss, depression, soil erosion, and water population. Shared resources. Coffee plants are natural resources that are shared by everyone. So, and the next reporter will discuss about the overfishing.
Good day, everyone. My name is Janet Haranta, and I am the next reporter. So, my part is the example of tragedy of the commons. So, the tragedy of the commons occurs when individuals acting in their self-interest overuse and deplete shared resources, leading to long-term harm for everyone. Overfishing is one of the example of tragedy of the commons. So in overfishing, fishermen extract as many fish as possible to maximize their profits. So naiuban na mga fishermen or mangingisda nga daghan-daghan gid ila kwaon no kay para gid maka ginansya sila or maka-income without considering the long-term consequences. So this depletes fish populations faster than they can reproduce, threatening the sustainability of the fishery. Since no single entity owns the ocean or its resources, there is little incentive for individuals to practice restraint as they fear others will exploit the resource if they don't. So example ani is the Pacific bluefin tuna is a well-known case due to its high value in global markets, particularly for sushi and sashimi. It has been overfished to the point where its population has dropped to about 3% of the historical levels. The excessive demand has disrupted marine ecosystem and jeopardized the species' survival. So, para masolusyonan ni na mga phenomenon or problem is need siya nga mag-implement og effective fisheries management and global cooperation. So include ani is ang quotas and limits. So governments and international organization can set catch limits based on the scientific data para ma-ensure gyud nila ang fish population remain healthy. So ikaduha pod is marine protected areas or MPAS. So designating certain region as no fishing zones allows fish stocks to recover. So ikatulo is regulated fishing gear using equipment that maximizes bycatch and environmental damage. So ikaupat is promoting sustainable practices, educating consumers and encouraging the consumption of sustainability source seafood. So dapat gid ang mga fishermen na gid sila sakto nga practices. So collaboration among nation o stakeholders is essential to enforce the measures and safeguard of marine ecosystem for future generations. So, ang ikatulo nga example of tragedy of the commons is fast fashion. So, production by fashion brands has created extreme product surplus. 'Di ba kay pag mag-overproduction ka is 'di ba magsobra-sobra gyud ang mga product nga nahimo na to the point that luxury brand Burberry na burned is 37.8 million worth its 2018 sessions leftovers to avoid offering a discount on unsold wares. So furthermore, as new trends emerge rapidly within social networks and social media, consumers are constantly purchasing new clothing items and disposing of old out of trend items that end up in landfills and contribute to pollutions. 'Di ba? Pag mag-overproduction, no akong giingon, 'di ba? Daghan na kaayo ang ma-produce. So 'di ba pag naay bagong uso na makita sa social media, sa social networks, 'di ba kay ang mga consumers, uy, mao na trend, paliton dayon nila. Tapos ang katungdaan nila ng mga gamit is ila na to ipang dispose, ila na ipang labay. 'Di ba kay magresulta to sa ato kapaligiran og kanang polusyon. So para masolusyonan kadtong issue is dapat uh, number one is sustainable consumer habits. Buy durable clothing, shop second-hand, and support ethical brands. So ikaduha is circular fashion. Promote textile recycling, clothing rentals, and resale platforms. So ikatulo is business responsibility. Adopt eco-friendly production, ensure transparency, and avoid overproduction. Ikaapat is government policies. Provide tax incentives for sustainable practices, regulate waste management, and raise awareness about fast fashion impact. So kani is this ensure nga maka-create gyud og more nga sustainable and responsible fashion industry. So ikaapat na example is traffic congestion. So traffic congestion is one of the best known modern examples of the tragedy of the commons. 'Di ba mao na kasagaran mahitabo sa kanang mga issue kanang mga traffic, 'di ba? Mao na siya ang kasagaran nga issue diri dili lang diri sa ato kundi sa tibuok kalibutan. So according to the study by the Harvard School of Public Health, air pollution from traffic congestion in urban areas contributes to more than 2,200 premature deaths annually in the United States alone. As more people decide that roads and highways are the fastest way to travel to work, di ba mao man gyud ang kanang mga sakyanan, mao man gyud na kasagaran na mao gyud na atong gamiton kay para dali ra ta makaabot sa atong trabaho, di ba? Magamit man gyud so sa kadaghan sa kadaghan nato karon nga sa population nato karon is, di ba, nagkadaghan pod ang atong mga sakyanan. So ang pollution pod ana is makadaot pod sa atong palibot or kapaligiran. So more cars and end up on the roads, ultimately showing down traffic and polluting the air. So parehaan ng sa EDSA kung kibali mag-traffic, di ba? Magkuan man gyud na, magsunod-sunod man gyud ng mga sakyanan, so magtapok. So di ba kanang buga sa ang buga sa aso sa sakyanan is, di ba, tungod sa kadaghan sakyanan is ang buga sa aso is magdaghan og makadaot sa atong palibot. So to address this issue or problem is traffic congestion and its impact, a combination of strategies involving infrastructure, policy, and individual behavior changes is necessary. Number one is improve public transportation. Invest reliable, efficient, and affordable public transit system to reduce dependence on private vehicles. Expand coverage and frequency of the buses, trains, and subways, particularly in high-density areas. So, ikaduha is promote sustainable commuting. Encourage carpooling, biking, and walking to reduce the number of vehicles on the road. Offer incentives for using eco-friendly modes of transport, such as tax breaks or subsidies for electric vehicles and bicycle. So number 3 is implement traffic management system. Use smart technologies like adaptive traffic signals and real-time monitoring to optimize traffic flow. Introduce congestion pricing in heavily congested areas to discourage unnecessary driving during peak hours. Kaupat is urban planning and infrastructure development. Design cities with mixed-use development to reduce the need for long commutes. Build bike lanes, pedestrian walkways, and dedicated bus lanes to promote alternative transportation options. Kalima is raise awareness and education. Importante kaayo ni siya to educate the public about the environmental and health impacts of the traffic congestion. Promote flexible work arrangements such as telecommuting and staggered work hours to reduce rush hour traffic. So these solutions require coordination between governments, businesses, and individuals to create a sustainable and efficient transportation system. And that's all sa akong part. Thank you.
Good day everyone. I am Reg S. Pacifico, the last reporter of our group, and now I'm going to explain the last example of tragedy of the commons, which is groundwater use. In the United States, groundwater is the source of drinking water for about half the population, and roughly 50 billion gallons are used daily for agriculture. Because of this, the groundwater supply is decreasing faster than it can be replenished in drought-prone areas. The risk of water shortage is high, and restrictions are often put in place in mitigate it. Yet some individuals ignore water restrictions and the supply becomes smaller for everyone. In ethical terms, the situation of groundwater use can be viewed through the lens of individual responsibility versus collective good. Ang groundwater is shared resource siya nga maka-benefit sa everyone. It can provide drinking water at least half sa population and also makasupport sa agricultural needs. However, because the supply is finite and takes time to replenish, overuse of groundwater, particularly in drought-prone areas, leads to depletion of this vital resource. Ethically, kung ang matagusan na ang mga tao i-ignore ato ang water restriction or overuse groundwater for personal or short-term gain, mag-acta in a way nga i-prioritize na to atong own interest over the long-term well-being of the community. This behavior can be seen as a failure to act responsibly towards a shared resource, thereby diminish its availability for others. From a utilitarian perspective, this overuse harms the greater good as it reduces the resource for everyone that can lead to widespread water restrictions. Those who use more than their fair share of water are essentially imposing the burden of others, particularly on those who abide by the restriction or who are in greater needs of water. Therefore, ethical behavior would require individuals to respect water conservation efforts and recognize that their actions impact not only their own lives but the well-being of the broader community. Now, proceed na ta sa last slide. Ways to prevent the tragedy of the commons. What will you do if your consumption habits were depleting natural resources? You have two primary options: finding alternative sustainable products and preventing overconsumption, preventing the tragedy of the commons. Find alternative sustainable products na mga itawag line options that use fewer resources or less impact sa environment. For example, instead nga magamit yung plastic, you could switch to reusable materials like metal or glass. By choosing more sustainable product, you help reduce the strain on shared resources. Another example is prevent overconsumption. Use only what you need and avoid wasting resources. This means being mindful of how much water, energy, or food you use and trying to limit excess consumption. When everyone reduces overuse, it helps preserve resources for the future. In short, preventing the tragedy of the commons means making responsible choices that balance your needs with the well-being of everyone else, ensuring resources are available for everyone now and the future. And that's all for our topic. Thank you for listening, everyone. Have a great day.